Welcome to the fourth instalment of what's going on with Everton's new stadium. Today, we'll give you the breakdown of how the stadium will protect itself from a battering of hot air, which is nearly as bad as what comes out of a certain English manager.
He is so shit.
So you might be thinking, why all this extra design for wind? Surely it can't have much of an impact besides carrying a Harry Kane penalty to Mars. To the contrary, accounting for wind in the design of a structure is extremely important, which if unaccounted for can lead to some serious consequences. A notable example was the development at Bridgewater Place in Leeds. Following the completion of the 112-metre tower in 2007, it had become apparent that the building had developed an unacceptable wind microclimate by accelerating winds and creating a wind downdraft. This issue would lead to tragic consequences in 2011 when a lorry was overturned onto a man during a sharp gust, fatally injuring him. A mitigation strategy was implemented on the tower in 2018, reducing the severity of the wind to acceptable levels, but goes to show how important accounting for the wind can be, especially in a large public place like Everton's new stadium. Given the location of the stadium next to the coast, you can expect the wind to give the stadium a bigger battering than a Hatzidakis elbow. Therefore, careful design for the wind is paramount. To achieve a stadium design that would minimise the effect of wind as much as possible, engineers undertook multiple design proposals and tests to iteratively get the most ideal solution. These tests included putting a scale model of the development into a wind tunnel to simulate real-life wind conditions alongside computational fluid dynamic testing. It was identified during the modelling process that the initial design had 3 areas on the site which would have potential issues with the wind, which consisted of areas directly adjacent to the west, north and south stands respectively. As you can expect, westerly winds from the coast would have the biggest impact on the stadium, and it was found in the initial design of the stadium, which had the main car park on the outside western section of the dock, would encourage a downdraft similar to Bridgewater Place, which could be a potential danger to spectators entering or leaving the west stand. The eventual solution was to relocate the main car park, directly connecting it to the west stand. This would prevent any downdraft from reaching the ground level, allowing for better control of the wind, thus protecting spectators from the most extreme effects of the wind. To mitigate the effects along the edge of the south stand, additional barriers in the form of banners would be included to provide sufficient wind absorption to reduce the impact of wind to acceptable levels. So there you have it. Whether or not you're concerned much about a gale whilst watching Pickford run 30 yards to berate the referee. With all these design improvements, you can be rest assured that the wind will be as much of a nuisance on the fans in the stadium than a Darwin Núñez finish.